Okay, can you guys talk so I can make
Poor
sure?
cat! Hello, cat!
Oh my gosh. Such a lump.
It's a cat!
Hello! Hello. We have a
It's
special guest.
so unenthused.
Nicole's here. Zuko.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
we're
hello,
live,
Zuki.
by the way. So, hello, happy April 11th, and welcome back to Sunday Update with your favorite three Poketubers. We hope.
We know.
We know.
We know.
Hello.
This is our second week with Gen 4,
Is that the gen? Yeah.
kind of.
It's
This-
just a week and 2 days.
This is
Something like
our
that.
first full week with Gen 4.
There you go.
And we have been streaming games from that generation because that's what we do here. That's literally the thing that we're doing.
Yes.
So how's it been?
It's been good. Moving along steadily.
Cam,
Y'all,
you
I
have
was
the most
stressed
badges
this
out
week.
of any of us.
I do. I was surprised for the Fantina gem.
Mhm.
I didn't know what it was going to be, and they were like, here's a flashlight. And I was
Is
like,
that
what
the
is
right
this?
badge, by the way?
I don't know. It
Because
shows a
I was
picture of her
very
face.
confused by the badge page for this generation. I think
What?
Cam's badge order is different than
Yes.
our badge order.
Yes.
Oh.
Fantina is accessible as the third gym in Platinum, but for you and me, Peter, we can't do her until like 5th.
Amazing. All
Wow.
I did, to get to the gym, the guy was like, let me show you to the contest hall. I was like, fine. I came in, I was like, I might as well talk to the people. She was the first one I talked to. She was like, I'll meet you at the gym. I was like, okay. And then I walked over to the gym, and then I did the challenge. And should I spoil what the gym is for you, Peter? Because, Sirmina, I know you know.
Yeah, sure.
It's Ghost.
Oh,
I
I
have
mean,
a
I
fighting
kind of knew
team.
that because I'm looking at the badge and I'm like, oh, purple, that's a ghost gym.
And I have a fighting team. So that was
Ooh.
fun.
Yeah.
How did you
It
do
was
that?
it was flame wheel
Yeah,
the entire way.
yeah. Flame Wheel has saved a bunch of asses.
Why you talk to everyone? You
Yeah.
go in every building, you talk to everybody, even if you don't want to, and look what it gets.
Yeah,
It gets
exactly.
you out to the gym.
Gets you the quick claw. I get it.
Yes, it does.
Finally went back and got the fucking quick claw.
Good.
And I also
Help.
got TM something. I don't know. I went back to the training school and someone was
Gym
like,
leaders.
let's fight. And I was like, no,
Oh, you got return
I guess so, yeah.
from the school people,
Well,
right?
they're in power.
I don't think it's return.
Oh,
it's hidden
hidden
power.
power.
It's hidden power.
Oh,
It's like,
I thought you guys got return at some other point because I got it from Rowan, like at the beginning of the game.
Unsure. Can't remember.
I'm not
also-
really sure of a whole lot of
So
people's
different.
names. Peter,
Peter, you're the only one with a fully evolved starter.
Yeah, that's my only fucking Pokemon of my gym type.
What's your gym type?
Good question. Not gonna answer that.
Because there was a stream where you said you found your type.
I'm gonna give you
But
a
I couldn't
hint.
figure
It
out if the
starts with
stream was-
GR.
To be determined.
Is that why you have a Bidoof?
I
Big
keep.
oof.
Here's what I keep doing. I keep going into the grass, and I think this is horse shit. Because I keep going into the grass, and I'm like, this is tall grass. And guess what? The only type of Pokemon I'm ever looking for is
Grass?
fucking grass
Water.
type. And
Well,
have I found a single grass type in the tall grass? No. Because
You know
why
how
would
many-
they be there?
you know how many Bidoos and other grass types I found just walking through tall grass? You know where you can also get
Keep them.
grass type Pokemon? Put some honey on some trees.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You get Cherubi.
You gotta use the honey.
Ooh. I have honey now, so
I was very lucky with Heracross. I put honey on 3 trees, and it was the second tree.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good luck.
That's nice.
And then I tried. I just saw
Let's go.
And then I tried putting honey on 3 trees again, and I came back later to check, and it was like 3 worm poles or whatever. It's like,
Wow.
all right.
So yeah,
Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
I am strongly considering just dropping the grass idea and going and getting a Geodude and kicking off my ground gym leader challenge. But
It could serve you really well.
Yeah.
but what?
I think it's going to serve you really, really well if you go ground types.
Ground has a lot of resistances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
And the
And from what I remember, you're going to have some pretty good advantages with the ground type. Or at least with the Pokemon that have ground as one of their types, and looking at their secondary typings, whether it's grass or rock or, Shellos and Gastrodon with water. Like, you have options.
Ground is one
And
for
based on the
strong.
gym leaders that I remember and the Elite Four that I remember, I think you might be better off.
The biggest
Ground-
concern I have would be flying, but it's not like grass helps me out against flying anyway. So
You'll have much better chance with a ground. And if you
Yeah.
need to, like a ground rock or something that you can pull out.
You could also
I
pull
will
out
have
the
a ground rock. I will be going and catching a Geodude if this is
Exactly.
a thing that
So
I
you're
do.
going to have a graveler.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's just
ground.
perfect.
You should pick up a Whiscash, too. Teach it Ice Beam.
That's actually a phenomenal idea.
Yeah. Or Gastrodon,
Yeah,
whichever
or
one you want.
Gastrodon. Which means that if you do go ground, you guys might actually have some overlap. Which
We
be
would
nice.
have some overlap, which is the
Like
only
Bidoof.
downside. But it would also mean I probably could learn more HMs naturally, not have to rely on hiring in Bidoof.
True.
HMs?
HMs naturally?
Yeah, like I wouldn't have to just hire in mercenaries like Bidoof to surf me around.
You probably will still need one or two.
I will, because I'll need someone for fly. I know that.
Well, you don't need fly.
Right, but I want fly, so...
Can't raise the point. You don't need fly.
Yeah.
I mean, I was running around my streams in Ruby for a while. But
Until you got Tropius.
even when I got
No.
Tropius, I still couldn't use fly until I beat Winona. And it took me some time to beat Winona. And I was going, to Lily Cove. I, ran all the way to, the Dewford route. And, I did it without fly. It's possible.
I'm expecting that I might actually be doing this without fly.
Totally fair. Can Heracross not learn fly?
He's bugged.
I mean, it is a beetle,
Yeah.
so you'd think with the wings, but but no, he can't learn
But he's
fly.
like one of those beetles that punches other beetles. He's not like one of those beetles that flies into your hair.
What are those beetles called? The
Those
ones
are the
that
two kinds of beetles. Just FYI.
can punch people and the ones that fly into your hair.
Yes.
What are the Hercules beetles?
Those things are
That's-
so with the
that's what-
gigantic fucking.
Yeah, that's what Heracross I feel like is based on, right?
My knowledge of beetles revolves around what I learned from Animal Crossing. So my beetle knowledge is
Did you guys ever see that movie yesterday where everyone forgets that beetles exist?
heard of it. Is it
Yeah, I
good?
heard of it, but I don't
Okay,
like
so
beetles.
first of all, I want to clarify that I'm being an idiot, and it's actually that everyone in the world forgets that the Beatles were a band, and this guy does all their songs and gets really famous.
So it's a
it's
movie
pretty
about
good.
copyright infringement.
It's more of a what?
About copyright infringement. Not really
I don't
anything
know if
else.
it was that deep, Cam. I think it was just a fun story about how Ed Sheeran sucks. And
Isn't that what? Isn't that what Across the Universe was, pretty much?
I don't know because I still haven't seen Across the Universe.
You can have my copy of it if you want. It's a Beatles movie that I'm not going to watch.
I know
I
it's
need
a
to see
Beatles
it, too.
movie, and I also know you're not going to watch it.
Is it? Sheeran, like, I think I saw the trailer, and he was like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. I think she was like, hey, dude, or some shit like that.
Ed Sheeran gets out. At one point, they do like a songwriting challenge where they both have to go and write a song and come back and play it. And Ed Sheeran like writes some song, and the other guy goes and pretends to write "Hey Jude," and so Ed Sheeran gets owned, and it was great.
Nice. Okay.
I think Ed Sheeran is a pretty good musician. He was on Game of Thrones, and that was so cringy that it kind of forever ruined him for me. So.
Seconds? Was it that bad?
What did you say?
It was like 10 seconds of cameo. Was it that bad?
It was longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah,
like
this is a whole scene.
Yeah, he sang a whole song.
In the 7 seasons of Game of Thrones.
8?
7.
7.
7.
Just because we don't like it doesn't mean I'm going to
Anyway.
Oh. Man.
I'm also just still really mad that Arya didn't murder them all, but whatever. I can go.
I was like expecting something to be like Gen 4 related.
No.
Just so rough.
The Team Galactic.
Okay.
What do we think of them?
They're very established
Yeah.
in the compared to the previous generations. They had like their own galactic building in Eterna. Like they had this whole presence. I think that there's more of a presence in like future cities that we're going to go into, if I remember correctly. But they just have more of a established presence compared to like Magma or Aqua, who just kind of like run in and have like these natural hideouts and bases. And
They definitely.
Team Rocket, who just like operates out of a game corner, and they're a little sketchy.
Yeah, sorry.
But they do remind me of Gen 1 Rocket.
They do.
I was going to say Aqua's base was less natural, right?
Aqua's base at the end of, at least in Emerald, probably in Sapphire. I don't know if do they have the base in Ruby?
There was like the underground one.
No, not that one. I'm talking about the one that's like in what's that last city? Is it No, it's not Lily Cove.
It's Lily Cove.
Metropolis?
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it was in Lily Cove.
It's in Lily Cove before you.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I don't think that's there in Ruby, if I remember correctly. Where you like go in and there's like, you go up the steps and then there's like all the bridges and.
The teleporters.
Yes, there are teleporters.
Yeah.
I remember.
I mean, that was Magma's hideout.
Yeah.
Magma and Aqua felt like a cult. Galactic kind of feels like a cult, but yeah, a lot more established.
They were so funny. God. And they're just like a bunch of like these losers who run around with their like skunk Pokemon.
Who, Galactic?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's with that? Like, why is every Pokemon they have a cat or a skunk?
Well, one of them actually had a really interesting line of dialogue, which kind of explains that whole thing. It was like, how am I ever expected to beat anyone with Pokemon like this? And it was like,
great.
Do they get handed a Pokeball and they're like, you're a grunt, we don't trust you enough to have like a higher level Pokemon, here, have this, like, kind of weak along.
It could be it, because it seems like they get a lot of their Pokemon through stealing them, which means they probably don't really have a ton of good Pokemon coming in.
Yeah, like Wurmples and shit, because they were just stealing them from like bug catchers in Eterna Forest, probably, or something like that, you know? But half of them were just like, I don't even know what our mission is, but I'm just kind of here.
Yeah.
I do like the commanders. They've been pretty cool so far.
Mars and Jupiter.
Mars and Jupiter, yeah.
There's gonna be like a Saturn at some point.
I'm assuming a Saturn coming up.
Yeah.
There'd be 3, right? Because that's like how many admins there were and how many.
Yeah,
Whatever
although
they were in Aqua and Magma.
it's weird to me because we fought the first 2 very early.
Yeah, they'd probably come back. They would not just be one-offs, right?
Probably not. Although, who knows?
Think about it. Like, in Gen 3, we were fighting the admins and the leaders pretty early on. You know?
I don't
Like,
feel
we
like...
put them out chimney plot before the 4th gym. And that's where we fought Maxie and Archie. They're bosses, you know?
Maxie, who's a dude, I found out.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
News to me.
Yeah.
Yep. Maxie and Archie are dudes.
Can we talk about Mars's Perugly real
Who?
quick?
Fuck the Perugly.
And how, like,
Tank.
and, like, how difficult that battle was for, like, so early in the game.
Wait, which battle are we talking about? Oh, Mars.
Mars's
The battle
Perugly
Mars.
battle at the windmill.
Yeah, so I had an easier time with that battle because my Grottle was a little overleveled. But I agree. I think, like, what does it know?
What?
Was it
Yeah.
Scratch,
You're right.
Razor Claws? It's something with a crit ratio because it knocked the fuck out of me.
I can't remember, but it was too
Mars's
much.
Perugly.
I want to say there was, like, it started with a fake out, I think.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah. It starts with Fake Out.
No.
In the games, Valley Windworks, Fake Out, Scratch, and Faint Attack.
Feint attack, that's right. No miss.
What is Thick Fat?
Thick Fat, that's the
Ability.
one where it has extra protection against, like, ice type moves
And Fire.
and fire type moves. Yeah.
So that
Damn,
didn't
that might be
really
why
slow
you
me
had
down.
to
Right, but
embering it or flame wheeling it or something.
no, I was using fighting moves.
You're using fighting moves? Well, I'm making shit up now.
It's a normal type, and I was like, awesome, I'll use Mach Punch. And it was like, you did 2 damage. I was like, what is
Wow.
this?
Rugly's a tank. It was ugly.
Oh,
It was an ugly fight. I had to just cheese it and growl the shit out of it so that it would stop hurting me so much, and then just scratch it down.
Kind
I
of
should
felt like
be
we were
lucky.
fighting a Destiny boss.
I shouldn't be looking at the future movesets and battles for
Nah.
these things.
Nah.
I get to battle Mars 4 times. You guys get to battle Mars 3.
What?
Yay, Platinum.
Wow, we're gonna have...
And that last
Don't
battle is going to
spoil Platinum for
terrify me.
yourself. Do not spoil Platinum for yourself, because there is something that is trippy as shit later on.
I have no idea anything about the
Good.
plot line. I only know that Galactic is a thing, and
Good.
I've met Cyrus, and he has some interesting ideals that I may or may not agree with on some level.
Wait,
Okay,
what
good.
are
I-
Cyrus's
Humanity
ideas?
has destroyed the world. I'm like,
I'm so excited for you to get to this plot point. I mean, it's gonna be later on because it's like related to them, but like, oh my god! I remember when I was playing through Platinum the first time, I was like, "What the fuck is this thing? What is this?" Took me a while to get through it because I was a kid and puzzles and blah blah blah. That's the only thing I'll say about it. Is like there's something puzzly about it, but like it's just like
puzzles.
Oh no.
I love puzzles.
Oh no.
yeah, it's fun.
Are
Puzzles
there
are hard.
puzzles in Carol?
And then later, once you get through it, I will also tell you what it reminds me of. But I'm not going to say it now, because if you know what I'm talking about, it could absolutely spoil it, and I'm not going to do that. So remind me
Yeah.
later.
I'll keep it in mind.
Very, very generic things are being said here.
Speaking of the Valley Windworks,
Yes.
that was kind of a cool sequence because it felt like a little bit of a detour. I was trying to just go. I've been trying to go straight in this game, as I do in all Pokemon games, and Once again, I have been thwarted because Pokemon does not let you go straight. You have to take detours.
Oh.
I don't know what you thought I was talking about, Cam. I have not been living a life of crime in the previous 3 gens, and now I'm going straight. I was actually referring to just the idea that, like, I just want to walk to the next thing and do the thing. And the game refuses completely to let me do that, which is fair, because it does make for a more interesting story, I think. But Valley Windworks was definitely one of those moments where the game was like, hey, stop and smell the roses. And I was like, fuck you, I don't want to. And
smell the roses in a town full of flowers.
yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Stop.
That was...
Don't pass by this thing.
I forgot to go back on Friday and look and see the balloon Pokemon.
No!
However, I have seen the balloon Pokemon and know what the balloon Pokemon is.
Don't tell me. I don't want
I
to.
won't. I hate its ability. I hate it.
Is it Drifloon?
I hate its ability.
What is
No.
Drifloon's ability? I actually don't know.
Shall we?
This means that you haven't watched my stream.
Oh, I guess I should go.
Yeah,
and
he
watch.
is despised this.
Tears.
I haven't. I admitted to you guys that I missed all the streams this week and I didn't catch up this weekend.
It's okay. It's a busy month. It's a
Yeah.
busy month.
I see we're responding to a question. Yeah, no, I didn't get a cool surprise on Friday at the Valley Windworks. But now that I know, maybe I'll go back on Friday. Although, I don't think I can catch that Pokemon.
None of us can.
No. Unfortunately, no.
I mean, I went out of my way to catch a Gibble, but I can't use, so.
Oh, I went in this little patch of grass and I kept running into Metatites. And I was like, oh my god, Cam, you should totally come here for a Metatite. And then I like checked your stream later and you had already caught a Metatite. I was like, okay.
That was a little bit of off-streaming.
The Gibble line.
Gibbeline is Dragon Ground.
Peter.
You could have the only dragon in the entire game that's not a legendary, pseudo-legendary.
Would that be the first dragon that any of us have had on a team other than Rayquaza?
And that doesn't count.
Because that was post-game.
I think it would be the first dragon. His
Wow.
Gen 1, it was only Dratini, and fuck getting Dratini doesn't make
I
sense.
caught a Dratini.
Gen 2, Dratini and Kingdra, but Kingdra's by trade.
Yeah.
Gen 3, I mean, we were, it was really hard because I think the only ones after that are like Trapinch and Bagon.
Oh,
which,
I caught a Trapinch, but I put him away immediately after catching him.
And I screwed up my chance of getting a Trapinch. Because I was going by the harder rules of the Nuzlocke.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so it was gonna be really, really hard for any of us to get a dragon. The closest ever was getting to like a dragon type move on one of our team members. Like I put like Dragon Claw on the Sceptile at one point.
Yeah.
I had a dragon. Gen 3.
Who'd you have?
Altaria.
Yeah. Forgot about that.
Forget about Altaria.
Forgot about that. True that.
So did I.
Well, fuck Altaria.
I used Altaria, I think,
Yeah,
once
I feel
in the
you.
E4 to use Earthquake against Metagross.
Wow.
Your Altaria is okay, but fuck Winona's Altaria. That's all I'm gonna say.
Speaking of Earthquake,
You
my
got
Tortilla
it.
knows Earthquake.
It's a level up. It's so exciting.
I had to go find it.
I'm very excited about that because, well, it's just a great
Because it's
powerful
Earthquake.
move. I do have to be careful though because it does hit everyone in the battle.
Unless the buddy Pokemon knows telepathy.
Levitate?
What's the one where it anticipates what move its ally is going to use and dodges? There's an ability.
Foresight? No, that's different.
Talking about.
I honestly don't know. Although, doesn't anything with levitate, dodge, earthquake, or
If it's a flying type or levitate, yes.
yeah. Well, if I have a ground team, then I'm not going to have any flying types.
And I
A
think
Pokemon
if a
with
Pokemon uses
telepathy. Yeah.
Magnet Rise,
A
can
Pokemon with
also-
telepathy avoids damage moves used by its allies.
Actually, you know what? I can right now for double battles. It's perfect because I can bring in Bidoof with Torterra, hit Earthquake on Torterra, knock out Bidoof. Bidoof can still use Cut while fainted, and then I can't bring him back into other stuff later.
if you want to play it that way, sure.
I think it's a great
Yeah.
idea. I'm gonna find a double battle at the beginning of my next stream and just instantly knock out my own Bidoof.
What a great gym leader.
Well, he's not.
That's okay.
I was trying to think of the Draco Malfoy line. Some Draco Malfoy line about purebloods. And Bidoof isn't a ground type, so he's not a pureblood.
That's terrible. How could you?
Pretty easily, I would just tap the button for Earthquake.
You could very easily, yes. Okay.
Okay, so Peter, you've set up your stream that it only shows the top screen.
No,
correct?
I revamped it for Thursday. I still think I need to do a little tweaking. I do now have the similar structure to what you guys have, I think.
Okay, because I was going to say that watching one of your streams and watching the battles, I was like, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
See the moves popping up.
No, I realized once you sent that text about like the mines and underground and something, I realized I should set it up to do that, so I didn't have to do that later.
If you ever go mining, it's just a mini game.
I don't love how it looks, but I think I need to throw something behind it but I've been lazy about getting OBS all the way set up, so that's just me.
Okay. That is okay. What you can do is, a lot of people have just like the main screen, the screen that you've had as just big or
Yeah.
normal size, and then the second one is just like teeny tiny. So the focus is still on the one that you've been having, but you still have like that second one just to see like the little things like moves
Yeah.
and fling it.
Poketch.
It's cool. It's cute. You know.
You can set it to the screensaver where they all bounce around. I love it.
I like that
Yeah.
one. I like the one where they bounce around. What did I get the other day? I got the, it's like an item, secret item, invisible thing.
Item
Dowsing
finder.
machine.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's the official name now. It's no longer an item finder. It's a dowsing machine.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, I get it.
You're just, what the fuck is that?
I was like, dousing rods.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
I like the click and the tap aspect. I think that was really cool that they were able to incorporate it so well. Just like, there was probably a solid 5 minutes in one of my streams where I just like scrolled the Pokeball to go through everything because it spins and you can spin it faster to go through menus faster.
It is very cute. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if it's Gen 4 where, or maybe it's later Gen. I think it's Gen 4 where you can polish your gym badges.
Don't they play notes when you... Yeah.
And the more polished they are, the more in tune the note is, the more in tune the pitch is.
That's cool.
Yeah, so then when they're like perfectly polished, all 8, they play a perfect scale.
Yeah. And it's C major scale?
I think it's a C, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to polish the badges if that's this gen.
Really cute. Yeah, you gotta like hold and, use your stylus and just,
Right, because we're using styluses.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Just walk over to someone who's like standing in the tall grass, like, You're like, what are you doing? I'm polishing my gym badges.
Don't come near me.
Don't judge me. I'll battle you.
Jesus.
But yeah, mining is fun. I found a fire plate, which I'm using to just power up Monferno.
Nice.
But I found out that it has a secondary use. It's to change the type of a specific normal type Pokemon.
What?
Hmm?
Can it change the type of... I actually don't have any idea what that would do.
So there are multiple plates for each type of Pokemon, and they'll power up the moves of that. So it's like if you're fire type, holding charcoal powers it up. So fire plate, a ground plate, or a water plate, things like that. But if you give it to a specific normal type Pokemon, it will change its type to whatever plate it's holding.
So does that... Is there just one normal type that works for?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it one I should know?
It's one that you do know. It's got a whole game coming soon.
Arceus? Oh! Okay.
Good job. Yeah. And it changes colors
What?
with yeah.
Just so you guys know.
It will change to a color.
Just so you guys
Look
know.
it up. It's really cool.
My first guess was Eevee, but I didn't say that out loud because I thought that would be wrong.
That's okay. That's a solid one because of the fact that Eevee has so many options, you know?
That's really cool. All the different hues. Oh, and it changes the secondary color too, so you can tell the difference between things like electric and ground. Although I'm just looking at a color chart. Bug is pink. That's
Yeah.
electric and normal look similar. Ground, fire, and fighting. This game is so in depth.
This game is what?
So in depth.
Yeah.
Also, thank you for the TikTok. Speaking of Arceus.
I haven't watched it yet. Should I watch it? TikTok.
It's long. It's on the longer side.
Here. Who would win in a fight? Every Pokemon in the Pokedex or a billion lions?
I agree with the Pokemon.
I do agree with Pokemon. I absolutely agree.
This is it. Yeah.
You gotta watch it. It's great. My brother sent it to me, and I was like, "Why are you sending me a TikTok?" And then I opened it up, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's like this might be one of the first TikToks that I've ever actually wanted to watch.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's great. I don't use it. I only see things that are put on Instagram from TikTok or Twitter from TikTok or stuff like that. I don't go directly onto it. This is the first time I've directly gone and seen it or seen something on it. It's great.
It was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So, question, Sirmina, for you.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of what your final team is going to look like for water? Okay.
Many options. This is the opposite problem of what I had in Gen 3, because in Gen 3 I only had 6 choices truly. I mean, I had 7, technically 8 if I really wanted to, but I had 6 legitimate typings that I could choose from. Here, I have no fucking idea what I'm gonna do here. I mean, I'm keeping Empoleon, and I will likely keep Shellos to Gastrodon, and then the Bibarel line because it's gonna be clutch for Fantina, I think. Still retains its normal water typing. But after that, I don't know.
Because I see Psyduck and I'm like, pure water.
But it can learn psychic moves, so has that capability.
Yeah.
it has nature, we found out, that like boosts its special attack, which flows really nicely with it being a water psychic Pokemon. I'm putting it in quotes just because it can learn all that stuff, but after that, I got no idea. Maybe Magikarp, maybe like fucking Gyarados, you know? Because
I mean, you might as well.
Can Gyarados learn fly?
Yeah.
Can you learn fly? You can definitely learn waterfall.
It's a flying type.
You would think.
I know you can learn waterfall.
Learn fly. Dodrio cannot learn fly.
Well,
Wait,
yeah, no. It's a dodo. No, it's
Wait,
not.
was it Dodrio that could learn fly and Scyther couldn't, or the opposite?
Well, if that's the case, that's.
I think Dodrio can learn fly.
And Scyther cannot.
I think that's true.
And that's bullshit, because we see Scyther fucking fly in the anime, and that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But Dodrio just runs fast. It's just an ostrich. Emu.
Gyarados cannot learn fly.
You don't see Gyarados flying in the sky, y'all.
I mean, no, you don't, but he's a flying type. So that seems... I feel like if you're a flying type, you should be able to learn fly. That's like if I were being a walking type, I think I should be able to learn walk.
Okay.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Let's just. You know who can learn fly though? Zubat. You can fly on a Zubat.
You can fly on a
Gyarados.
I think if you can fly on a Zubat, you can fly on a Gyarados, I think.
Defog is a flying move? Oh no.
Defog, I think of like wings flapping away a fog or smog or gas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. But that's a good note, because I forgot what typing it is.
Rayquaza learns fly naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's cool.
Because I think Rayquaza already knew fly when I caught him.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to talk about the Eterna gym.
The what gym?
Eterna gym. The grass gym.
Eterna. The grass
Oh,
gym.
the one with the...
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
I would shit my pants like going into that gym, because water types aren't necessarily the fastest. And I realized late into the gym, not necessarily in the gym leader fight, but just like late in the gym, I was like, oh, Prinplup is not yet steel. It is still water only. So I didn't have that, counter to neutralize grass moves. So I kind of went in there and I was like, well, let's just see what the fuck happens. And I think I ended that battle with what's-her-face, Gardenia, with like everyone fainted except for Prinplup was poisoned at 9 health.
Wow.
And I just sat there with my face just like, oh, what the fuck is happening? The whole last couple of minutes of it.
Oh, that's what really threw me in that Valley Windworks.
Yeah, I fucked up. You legitimately used the wrong move, because they easily could have KO'd me with like Magical Leaf, but they for some reason used Grass Knot, which is dependent on the weight of your Pokemon. So it definitely hit less than Magical Leaf would have hit, and I was like, why did you do that?
Because Magical Leaf is strong, right?
Magical Leaf is like base 60 and never misses.
What?
Wow.
Magical Leaf is in the same realm as Aerial Ace and Feint Attack, and I guess Vital Throw, because I think Vital Throw is another one of those never missers. It's one of those. So I kept it on Roselia for so long when I had her in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Roserade was terrifying.
Oh yeah, she had Roserade.
Yeah, it was terrifying. Everything before Roserade was fine. Like, what was it? Like the Cherubi, easy money. Turtwig, slow as shit. No offense, Peter. Easy.
Nah, but it's true.
I fought that one trainer who has a Turtwig, and I had the Grottle at that point, And she was
Yeah.
just like, Terry Twig. I was like, nope. Get out.
Pretty much. Yeah. So, I got through that gym by the skin of my teeth. Which is why I updated the stream name to reflect that.
What did you wind up calling it?
Literally caught it. I got through Return to Gym by the skin of my teeth.
There you go.
And headed to Heart Home.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll have to update that on Twitch. Not.
I need to do that. I spent a little bit of time yesterday doing some time stamping.
I need
but I
to
haven't
do.
gotten to the Twitch
I need to do
videos.
a lot of time stamping. I need to update our video names on Twitch. I need to double check my video names on YouTube.
We still have a few streams that it's you go on a Reggie hunt.
Hey!
Which slightly confuses me because I'm like, oh, what's that? Peter goes on a Reggie hunt.
Yeah, I was going through my playlist and I was like, I feel like I'm missing one. And it was one that was still called Peter Goes on a Reggie Hunt.
Yeah.
I need to go and timestamp everything. I've not had a chance to do that.
I timestamped a bunch in Gen 3 and then I just totally fell off. So that's where I'm at.
I did it while I had something playing on in the background. I think it was like I was watching I think it was like that Marriage or Mortgage show that's on Netflix. I just threw it on in the background and then time-stamped away, baby.
Yeah, it's not that hard and it doesn't take that long. It's just kind of sitting there and putting them in.
Yeah.
Just put it on ×2 speed.
Well, I usually just jump around because I know that battles took me a certain amount of time and things. But,
yeah, I just jump. I just keep hitting the right key and going, and then, yeah.
Oh, also smart. Yeah. I usually just click.
It might be easier for me because I have, like, a vague sense of, like, what things are called and what routes are and, like...
Oh, yeah, I've been
things like
really
that.
bad about the route names.
Yeah, I had an easier time with Gens 1 through 3 than I have in Gen 4 when I was time stamping because I don't
There's
really know a
of-
lot about Gen 4 comparatively.
There's a lot of journey to this city. Journey to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a severe thunderstorm warning.
For you?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, that kind of passed through here like 30 minutes ago. No, more than that, like an hour, I guess.
Okay.
And it was just rain.
Could be a fun walk with Brandy later. Yeah.
A fun walk with Andromeda.
Yes.
do you ever take Andromeda on walks?
No. She's an indoor cat.
Good.
Jeez.
Indoor cats only.
Yeah. I was driving somewhere the other day, and I parked, and a black cat that looked like her sprinted, like, across the front of my car. Like, just a stray black cat. I was like, what was that? Took me, like... It was very strange, but outdoor cat. I don't know if stray, or if it was, like, whoever owned it just let it wander. But no, I don't. I have the harness for travel for her. The
Yeah.
put with me
Nice.
kitty. And it's like, put her on the leash and take her on walks. I'm like, nope.
No.
Don't
No.
outdoor cats, destroy all the local birds?
Exactly. They're bad for the ecosystems because they're unnatural predators
Yeah.
in the area. There have been plenty of reports of endangered birds or very, very rare birds that have gone extinct because they got attacked by an outdoor cat or a feral cat, but a cat that has been an unnatural predator in the environment that they were in.
Cats are nimble and spry. I'm not
They-
surprised they were able to catch birds.
Yeah, and they don't kill for food. A lot of them, they fucking kill for fun. They're just like, I just feel like killing something, and I'm gonna bring you a rat body or a bunny body to your front door as a present because I like you.
Yeah.
Now cook this for me. Thank you.
Just FYI, yeah, I hope you're not too queasy there.
Unfortunately, that's a lot of the gun deaths in Baltimore are the same way. People aren't killing for food; they're killing for sport. Cam got it.
Cats. That's on cats. Do not let your cats outside if you can help it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only indoor.
Only indoor.
Indoor cats, indoor people.
Yes.
Hashtag quarantine 2019.
Hashtag catantine.
2019?
Yeah, that's when COVID started.
Yeah, but I didn't go inside until March 2020.
I see.
Anyway.
I saw.
Sorry.
Maybe we should have.
Speaking of going outside, Snivy Day today.
Oh yeah.
Pokemon Go. There's a point. Special move for leveling it up. Frenzy Plant. I found out the reason why all of the third evolution of the starters are getting moves like Blast Burn, Frenzy Plant, Hydro Cannon. And it's because in Gen 4, the move tutors are introduced, and they will only teach a specific type of move to a fully evolved starter of that type. So there's a move tutor who will teach Infernape Blast Burn, if I can find him. There's someone who will teach Torterra Frenzy Plant, and there's someone who will teach Empoleon Hydro Cannon. For free.
Or?
Is that maybe beforehand? Move tutors?
For some reason, my brain goes to Fire Red and Leaf Green.
So maybe it was introduced in third. But
it wasn't in our Gen 3 play. It was in I want to say it was in Fire Red and Leaf Green, but not Ruby Sapphire.
I think that's correct because when I did play Fire Red, I think I remember the move tutor thing.
It was the Sevi Islands or some shit, some dude out there.
Maybe.
I think.
I also might have just heard tell of him and not actually gotten to him, but.
Well, Fire Red and Leaf Green were released with Gen 3 or 4.
3. They're technically 3.
And it's been tradition after that the remakes always follow the originals by 2 generations. No more, no less.
I was about to say, is that accurate? Is that real? And then I was like, no.
It held. I think doesn't that hold for
They set a dangerous precedent.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
So I was trying to do Snivy Day today, but my app actually bugged out.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I clicked on a Snivy, and it would go up, but it was the wrong color, and I had to quit the app to fix it. It happened 4 times.
Got it.
Hello.
It's a joke about shinies.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, there's a really old joke about someone's playing a Pokemon game and they ask they go to their buddy and they're like, oh, why is this legendary Pokemon why is it the wrong color? And the friend is like, oh, that's fine. It means there's a layering thing going on, so you just have to knock it out and then it should come back with the right color.
What is
Evil. That's pure.
What a terrible thing to do.
It's such a mean. Or they'll be like, oh, you just you don't overwrite the save or something and you'll be fine.
But when they pop up, they have the bing bing bing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have we only had one shiny in the stream? In the whole
It was fucking Zigzagoon.
And it was Zigzagoon?
The goddamn Zigzagoon of all things.
Okay, what was the big deal with
stripes?
the pink versus blue?
So pink Shellos can only be found in one area, and blue Shellos can only be found in another area.
East-West divide. So right now we're in the western part of the map, so we see pink Shellos. When we go to the eastern part, we'll see blue Shellos.
Oh.
The Gastrodons follow too, so I'm gonna have a pink Gastrodon.
And that's why in the Western Hemisphere, we have pink Shellos in Pokemon Go. And in the Eastern Hemisphere, they have blue Shellos.
Cool.
Yay! That makes sense now.
It does make sense. You said it makes sense, and Andromeda went,
Aww, good girl.
That's pretty neat. Nice little tricks. I do appreciate that Pokemon Go like brought a lot of those into the game sensibly. And like
the
made
move tutor stuff.
What'd you say?
Like the move tutor stuff.
Yeah. Like those are pretty good ways of carrying out, like bringing something from the games into the real world in a way that makes sense without being like incredibly oppressive. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, they did a good job.
They did do it. For the most part, they did a pretty good job. The only thing that really still bugs me about Pokemon Go is the battling. Always will. Just because.
Oh my god, it's a crapshoot.
What, with 2 moves?
I hate battling.
Like 2 moves, and you're gonna tap a whole lot, and like, what the fuck does speed even mean? And
there's no speed.
There is no speed as a stat on the Pokemon. There's just like a time that a move takes to do, which is just a weird. I don't know. I felt like that was the thing that translated worst from the RPGs to the MMO.
The MMO. Yeah.
I do appreciate why they like needed something that you could do in real time and like could do by tapping on the screen, and like I don't know, it would probably be weird to have 2 people like sitting and staring at their screens deciding what move to pick. Create really weird strategies of like how to stall correctly to win battles if you still put like a timer on the whole battle.
They're just too...
Yeah. And you don't want battles taking like 20 minutes. That shouldn't happen. I understand all that. I feel like Pokemon Showdown like kind of figured it out, and I wish that Go had found a way to make it a bit more authentic, but that's okay. That's okay.
They literally take like the actual mechanics of the game, like the RPG. They take the actual mechanics. They have like the whole. You can have 6 Pokemon on a team, like your 4 moves, type advantages. The actual abilities have an impact. Things like the stats.
You're talking Showdown, right?
Yeah, Showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just every Pokemon has like one of 2 movesets, like Surf, or Rest, Sleep, Talk.
Think about it. Like we load up our teams with like HMs, TMs. I don't think a gen has gone by where at least one of us hasn't put Hyper Beam on somebody. Like
I didn't put Hyper Beam. Oh, at least one of us.
At least one of us. I put Hyper Beam on my team.
I learned Hyper Beam naturally in Gen 1.
Jesus.
There you go.
I don't think
Snorlax at level 54.
Crazy.
Who did?
Snorlax.
Snorlax learned Hyper Beam at level 54 in Gen 1.
Yep.
It's like Heracross is going to learn Mega Horn at like level 55 or something. I'm like,
there you go.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to have a bug move, but
It's just gonna take forever.
It's gonna take forever. Exp share all the way.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why I don't have an Infernape right now, because I left the exp share on Metatite for Fantina.
Can Metatite evolve?
Yes, at 37.
It's not a trade locked or anything. It's not trade locked.
Nope. The only thing on my team that will be trade locked is Machop.
Yeah, but you can still get it to
Machoke.
Joke.
Yeah.
I always forget the order.
Types are you aiming for?
Hmm?
What other fighting types are you aiming for?
There's only 2 others. So
Sounds
I
like
only
you're
get
aiming
to
for
choose from
those.
6. So
Lucario.
Lucario, so I need to get the Riolu from the egg, which is a whole adventure, and I also need to pick up Croagunk.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's is that Toxicroak? Okay.
It'll be
That's
the
an
first.
interesting
I
one.
said this last week. First poison type I'll have on my team since Nidoking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Throwback.
Did any of us have a poison? Yeah, we did. Sirmina, you had Rosalia.
Yeah,
Oh, last gen? Yeah.
that was it though.
And did
That
anyone have a poison type on their team in Gen 2?
Well, we had the same team pretty much, so no, I didn't.
No, I don't think I don't think so. No, I don't use a poison type. I feel like it was harder in Gen 2 to get a poison type that was Gen locked to Gen 2.
Hmm.
I can't think of them.
What were the
Right now.
poison types in Gen 2?
Tentacool?
No, like
Unlocked.
Gen locked.
No, I know that. It's just
Pulling up my Pokedex.
when people talk about poison types in Gen 2, my mind goes instantly to Tentacool.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Ariados? Is that a poison type?
Spinarak, Ariados, Bug.
Yes. I
Spinarak,
had
Ariados.
for a hot second.
I had a Spinarak on my team for Flash, and then I immediately dropped it.
Are there any other bugs?
Bug poison,
Yanma.
but that's bug flying.
That's a bug. To answer Peter's question, there's another bug.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Zizor technically counts.
that's
Is a
bug.
bug. And
Quillfish.
Quillfish
Water
is
poison.
poison, yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, Gen 2 was not kind of poison types. It just relied heavily on Gen 1.
Yep.
Oh.
Tentacool.
Tentacool, the Nidorans, I think,
Yeah.
still.
Lediba and Ledian are also bug types.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah, I forgot about them because I don't like them.
Ghastly Line is poison. Oddish.
Yep.
Bellsprout Line becomes poison.
Yeah, Victory Bell.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
Gen 1 dependent.
Did I have 3 poison types in Gen 1?
Zubat. Well, I guess Crobat then technically is poison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot.
Yeah.
Really not a lot.
It's like they didn't really try with Gen 2.
Hmm.
It was all the Gen 1 rejects, and they just threw them in. Remember, that's what we've decided.
One day we'll have to talk about that observation, Cam. The Gen 2 isn't as good as some of the other gens.
Yeah. I think that if we ever do need to go back and replay games, I feel like we should replay Gen 2. Just to really get
Absolutely
into the
not.
lore of Pokemon.
Absolutely not. yeah. Here's the VPP challenge for 2022 is you have to play a Gen 2 game and start Chikorita, and you have to finish the game, and that's all you have to do for the whole year. We'd all fail.
Oh, Chikorita. I will never.
Could you do a 1 Pokemon challenge with just Chikorita? in
No,
Gen 2?
I mean, okay.
You could. You would
Technically,
suck.
yes, but me, no.
Yeah. I'd probably just sit there crying if I had to use Chikorita for a 1 Pokemon challenge.
Still shook from the grass challenge.
Yes, but also,
Also
of all the starters, never Chikorita.
Imagine if you started Chikorita and you just walk into the first gym and it's fucking Faulkner.
Yeah, fuck that. Literally, the gym that we've had so far starts with a rock gym, and then fucking Gen 2 comes in and it's like, I'm a flying gym. Fuck you.
Is that part of the reason why Chikorita is such a bad starter in Gen 2?
No, it's just Chikorita.
I mean, yes,
It just
Chikorita.
sucks. Chikorita just sucks.
Okay. But I feel like also adding on to that, compounding that, really, is the fact that the first gym is a flying gym. And, like, you just do not want that Pokemon to be your lead through that.
And the only other Pokemon you can really get up to that are what? Hoot, Rattata, and...
You can get a Hoot if you walk into the cave.
You can go get a Hoot.
Trade for an Onix.
Oh, yeah. There's Geodude and Onix. You could get some rock-type stuff.
Yeah, we wouldn't have picked those up because they're Gen 1. But
that's true.
You could.
For some reason, I thought that fighting types were effective against ground. And I think that it was just the dual rock-ground typing.
Fighting hits rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fighting is good against rock, not against ground. It's neutral.
I'm also running through in my brain why Chikorita sucks in Gen 2. So we have the Flying Gym. No. We have the Bug Gym. No. We have the Ghost Gym. Useless because like all of that Morty uses are Poison Ghost Haunter lines or Gym Gatsby lines. No. Fighting, maybe you're okay because of the Poliwrath, but then the Steel Gym, you're fucked. The Ice Gym, you're fucked.
Jesus.
The Ghost Gym, or the Dragon Gym, you're fucked. And the Elite Four.
Who are the Elite?
And the Champion, you're fucked.
There's an Ice type Elite Four. There's a Fighting type Elite Four.
There's a Dragon.
There's Lance.
Oh, Dragon Champion. You're right.
Lance is the champion.
Poison, Elite Four.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, right.
And is there a Ghost in there?
There's a Dark Elite Four.
Oh,
Dark is the last one.
Dark type.
Right.
Will like double with something effective against Chikorita. Think like a Murkrow.
Wow.
Think a Sneasel.
They really stacked it against Chikorita.
Useless.
So the game basically goes to you at the beginning and is like, hey, you want one of these 3 Pokemon? Pick any one you want. Same experience regardless.
Chikorita's playing on veteran mode.
Right.
Chikorita's playing on self-hate mode. Like
Fire, Ice, Poison, Flying, Bug. Weaknesses.
that goes so far beyond like just oops. You know, you have 2 hard gyms instead of 1. Like if you pick fire, you have like barely any gyms that are. There's what, 1? There's 1.
Dragon.
Yeah, but Dragon is hard regardless of the starter you pick. There's a water gym somewhere?
There's water and rock.
Not Gym 2.
And not Gym 2.
Not Gen 2. If you pick Fire, you're set for Gen 2.
I think that's why Cyndaquil is such a tempting choice because there's just no the game is so much easier.
There's also barely any fire types ever in any of the games.
It's true. So you have to start one or else you're not getting one.
It was like the foil to Bulbasaur because in Gen 1, it's like everyone picks Bulbasaur. You have the easiest time with Bulbasaur and the Bulbasaur line in Gen 1. And then you try to do the same strategy in Gen 2, like, oh, well, picking a grass type in Gen 1.
Game's like, no, fuck you.
No,
They learned from their mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
The game's like, talk to people and don't do the same thing twice.
Yep. So, and then they made the grass type, neutral in Gen 3. Ish.
Winona?
Ish. Really, only the Flannery fight and the Winona fight that suck, and then the Ice Elite Four. So
I actually think that as when you pick Mudkip, you gain such an inhuman level of advantages because you have a starter that later becomes a ground type.
Yeah.
Like Torterra.
Yeah, like you just gain because your fucking water type starter is now immune to electric attacks.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
pretty clever.
Like-
Now it kind of makes up for it by being quadruple effective grass types on a Mudkip line.
Yeah, but like that's not really a huge deal until you're fighting your rival.
Yeah. So,
And then you throw in your flying type. And
Right.
has the only fire type gym that we've seen first gen
Lava
on
Ridge.
Cinnabar? Lava
Lava
Ridge. Flannery. Right. So we've seen 2 fire type gyms.
mhm.
Yeah.
And never in the E4. They used flamethrower.
Sirmina's thinking about something. Maybe there's gonna be an E4 fire in this generation.
Oh boy.
On the flip
There's
side, like Cam, how are you gonna have a fire trainer in the Elite Four? Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do in Gen 3? Like, toss out, or Gen 4? Like, toss out fucking 4 Monfernos? Like,
No, I'm sure they have Heatran.
oh, true.
Fine. I mean, like, he'll have a neutral team to take him on.
Yeah.
You just can't put in Heracross.
I would just put in Infernape.
I feel like the Gen 3, because there aren't a lot of fire types. Period.
Ever, yeah.
No, yeah.
I mean, Gen 3 fire team would have to have Charizard on it.
You kind of have to because you don't really have much else choice. You can't genlock a Gen 3 fire types.
Well, you can. You can just do it with the one you started with. And,
Torkoal.
Torkoal,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
No.
That exists.
true.
Slugma.
For
No, it's probably Gen 2.
yeah.
Oh, right.
So you can 3 Pokemon challenge Gen 3 while doing a Gen locked fire type gym leader challenge.
Nah, there has to be more than that.
There probably are. I think we're
Those
forgetting.
are the big ones. But we don't have a legendary fire type in Gen 3.
That is true.
The first 2 gens did.
Not even a pseudo.
Torkoal.
There is no Regifire.
No, Regifire. What if they had a Regi for all the types?
That would have made that video a
They
lot
have-
longer and more frustrating.
They have 2 others, right? Than the 3 that we know and Regigigas? Isn't there there's a grass and there's a ground?
Are they called Regigrass and Regiground?
Sorry, Al.
If the one is a ground type, I'm catching him for my team.
I don't think so. I thought it was just the...
I don't think
Three.
it's introduced until 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Wow, there's no fire types in Gen 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Can't really think of any more.
3.
Wow.
Well, I guess if you were going to do a gen lock, then you just have multiple of each. You'd have 2 or 3 Camerups.
True.
Here's what I think is a little obnoxious about the fact that there aren't that many fire types. Okay? Here's what I think about this. Is that if you look at the fire types in Gen 1, all they
They're
did was
beautiful.
just take animals and add fire to them.
Yes!
Like,
Charmander.
Charmander is just a lizard that you put fire on. He's just an orange lizard, but his tail's on fire. That's the only thing that... And then...
There's a salamander or a gecko in real life that's called a hellbender. It looks flamey, so maybe that was inspiration.
But my point is, they didn't have to do a whole lot of work. Like, whoever designed Mudkip had to do some creative work and probably drugs.
Vulpix. What animal was that based on, Peter?
It's a dog.
Your logic is flawed.
It's a dog fire.
It's a fox.
It's a fox. Excuse me. You're right. It's a fox. But it's a fox, and you just said... What?
Vulpine.
Oh, yeah. True. But it's just a fox. It's not even... There's not actually really anything about it that's fiery with the character design. It's literally just a fox.
It's red.
It's got too many tails. But
explain this one.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about Magmar.
Okay, yeah. Magmar, that's a legitimate design.
Magmar is just a flaming duck on a fighter body.
Oh my god. It's a duck, but something went horribly wrong.
One of the things that I really love about the Pokedex for each generation is that, like, the descriptions have changed slightly for each thing.
Yeah.
And I love that they're like, oh, this Pokemon is like, what was the Bidoof type that it said?
The something mouse. My mind was saying pudgy mouse, but that's not right.
Yeah, it was something like that, like pudgy rat or something.
Pudgy rodent? No.
The Bidoof Pokedex entry. The plump mouse.
The plump mouse.
Plump mouse.
That's great.
Yeah, because, like, I wonder what Magmar's is then.
Flaming duck.
The flaming duck?
No, I don't.
It doesn't?
That can't be right.
I don't even know what I would call that entry part of the Pokedex.
It's like the, I don't know. That's a good point, Cam. Pogo calls it the Spitfire Pokemon.
Yeah, it just says the Spitfire.
Its body is like a furnace.
In battle, Magmar blows out intensely hot flames from all over its body to intimidate its opponent. This Pokemon's fiery bursts create heat waves that ignite grass and trees in its surroundings. Also, presumably lions.
Tigers? Oh. I got it.
I think that TikTok is inspired by a 4chan post in which someone goes, "Who would win, 8 million lions or the sun?"
There have been a lot of those, though.
Yeah, my favorite of all time was, who would win, a squad of Marines or a stick? And the first reply was, well, the Marines, they would just go over and break the stick in half. And the guy was like, right, but now there are 2 sticks.
Oh my god. There's something about a battle or a war in like Australia or something that's like the emus or the ostriches versus like
The emu war.
Yeah.
Cam, what is it? You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, and I think Peter... Is it the emu war?
It's the emu war.
Yes!
That the Australians lost.
Yes, they lost! And I don't understand.
Outcome, failure, see aftermath.
What they found out was that you could shoot an emu several times, and it's fine. Like, they'll just keep going.
Did the Australians just like surrender? They were just like, this fight's not worth it? And
They
then let the
didn't,
emu
I mean,
win?
they didn't really surrender. They just stopped trying to kill the emus. So I guess, yeah, they kind of did surrender.
Good, at least they stopped trying to kill emus.
Well, by all accounts, the emu population was actually kind of an issue.
10 rounds per bird.
Yeah. And I think like they brought down like Maxim guns or something to like try to
Oh my god.
yeah, to try to like mow them down, but they were like clunky to get out there or something, and they like broke down.
I cannot believe.
Well, I think the real problem with the birds was that
Wow.
they kept running through like farmland and they would like destroy crops and stuff.
I see.
And
Okay.
to save the wheat. The war. First attempt. Second attempt.
Second attempt. Oh my god.
Despite the problems encountered with the coal, the farmers of the region once again requested military assistance in 1934, 1943, and 1948.
Oh my god. Yeah, that one's like one of, I feel like that's one of the most like widely memed wars.
In recent years, references to the Emu War have been a popular internet meme.
Yeah.
It's the last line of the Wikipedia article.
Because
Love
the
it.
other one is that like the one where like Russia invaded, what was it, like Norway or
Didn't they come back with an extra
Like
person?
where anody tries to invade Russia?
no, it's the one with Russia invades like Finland or something, and they come in with like an army of like 50,000 people and like hundreds of tanks and all this, and the Finns have like 150 soldiers, and they lose like 5, and the Russians lose like thousands of people.
Talking about, like, vaguely remember something about something like this.
It's kind of like the only, I think it's like the no you of another country, like kind of giving Russia a taste of its own, like
Anyone
oops,
who tries to invade Russia.
our
is-
environment is hard to navigate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Emus, a lot like doduos.
Yeah, they are.
One head instead of two.
I was just thinking. I like that the way you said that was like, oh yeah, emus. They're different because they only have one head.
Yeah.
Rather than being like, oh yeah, doduos are like this weird emu that has 2 heads. You're like, oh yeah, emus are this weird doduo that only has one.
Well, it's like this is a dated reference at this point, but like the Friends reference where it's like, what do you want at your birthday party? Like ducks or clowns? And it's like flip a coin. If it's heads, is ducks because ducks have heads. It's like, what kind of scary clowns came to your birthday party?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But technically, it doesn't have physical form, right? So, just like
I
sort
never
of.
saw it
Oh, that was good.
or read it.
It was
Me
good,
neither.
and then It Chapter 2 was a decent follow-up.
It's just a balloon, right?
That's what the balloon Pokemon is. Drifloom's, bring it back to Gen 4. Drifloom Pokedex
That's it.
entry?
The balloon
I need
Pokemon?
you guys to find the Pokedex entry and read it out loud, please.
I can do that if that's...
This is related.
Drifloon.
Drifloon. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't read that out loud.
Hold up. Yeah, I'll get there.
You have to. I mean, it's incorporated in game. It is like it is a real...
Wait. Okay, for Diamond. Oh my god, for Pearl, it's dark. Okay, Diamond. A Pokemon formed by the spirits of people and Pokemon. It loves damp, humid seasons.
That's
Pearl.
it?
Yeah, Pearl. It tugs
Wait,
on the
what?
hands of children to steal them away.
Yeah, mine says
However, it gets pulled around instead.
wandering souls gather together to form this Pokemon. When trying to make friends with children, Drifloon grabs them by the hand. This is the Pogo entry.
That's the Ultra Moon.
And then it
Entry.
just fucking stops. It doesn't go on to say what happens to the children. It just...
However, it gets pulled around instead.
Wait, what's the
I mean-
Pokemon one?
That's pretty dark, but that also reminds me of like Litwick a little bit.
What's the Drifblim entry?
Like
Oh.
Litwick pretends to be warm, but it really sucks the soul out of you the longer that you're in its light.
Whoops.
So
Drifblim.
There's a really sad comic where they go into depth about that. It's like some kid wandering through the forest, and it's like cold and wintry, and like comes across a cabin, and there's a lit wick in there, so he curls up next to the lit wick for warmth.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Also, Drifblim.
In that sense, Drifloon latching onto the hands of small kids is really fun.
Good thing. These Pokedex entries. Okay.
The blimp Pokemon. The raw material for the gas inside its body is souls. When its body starts to deflate, it's thought to carry away people and Pokemon.
The balloon Pokemon will come back. No. Get them away.
So
When he talks about the balloon Pokemon.
what I'm getting from this is that line of dialogue is not supposed to be interpreted like, hey, one day a week the balloon Pokemon come back. It's like, one day a week the balloon Pokemon come and take us away. Ah!
These Pokemon are called the signpost for wandering spirits. Children holding them sometimes vanish.
Are those... Wait, is that still...
It's still Drifloon.
Oh my god.
It is whispered that any child who mistakes Drifloon for a balloon and holds onto it could wind up missing.
Good lord.
It dislikes heavy children. Stories go that it grabs the hands of small children and drags them away to the afterlife. It dislikes heavy children. If, for some reason, its body bursts, its soul spills out with a screaming sound.
My god!
That's sun and moons.
Somebody who played Gen 1 and had to hear the noises from Lavender Town designed Drifloon.
The history of Drifloon.
Is that in the early 2000s in Japan, there were these murderous balloons floating around.
Wasn't there the whole thing about, like, some charity released, like, 1 million balloons into the air as, like, raising awareness for something? And they were like, oh, but these balloons are going to land in the river. And I think, like, people actually died because boats couldn't navigate through all of the balloons in the river to get to these people who are drowning.
Wow.
So Drifloons, also based on real-life events.
God.
Like expanding the land of the bay.
Oh?
This has been uplifting. Thank you. I needed this.
This has been uplifting?
Perhaps seeking company, it approaches children. However, it often quickly runs away, again, when the children play too rough with it. That's Sword.
That's
what
I would write if I were designing a game for children.
Sword. Yeah.
Ah. None of this fucking when it gets cut open, its soul pours out and screams.
Although I gotta say, Suns is pretty great. It dislikes heavy children.
Well, yeah, because who doesn't like a murderous balloon that also fat shames as it does its work?
I can't lift this. I'm just a balloon with my screaming soul.
Do you guys have a really bad Pokedex entry?
Sure.
Which
one
one?
that actually is like really fucking grim.
Sure.
Sure.
You know Spoink?
Oh,
no.
God.
What?
Oh, God.
Cute little baby Spoink, the little oinker on a spring that just bounces and bounces and has a little pink pearl on top of it.
How can Spoinks be bad?
Ooh. Ooh, ooh.
No.
The shock... Okay. Spoink bounces around on its tail. The shock of its bouncing makes its heart pump. As a result, this Pokemon cannot afford to stop bouncing. If it stops, its heart will stop.
My god.
Spoink, forever cursed to bounce.
Yeah,
So what I'm hearing from this is that when you like, you know how the Pokemon series, they're like, Pokemon don't die, they faint. And
If you faint,
if you faint a spoink, it dies.
Something, you kill it. FYI.
Aw.
What? The entry for Glalie in Sapphire, and I never caught one, so I never saw this. Glalie has the ability to freely control ice. For example, it can instantly freeze its foe solid. After immobilizing its foe in ice, this Pokemon enjoys eating it in a leisurely fashion.
Kids game.
Kids game.
Well, I think we've discovered a new potential segment for Sunday Update. Horrifying Pokedex entry of the week. But I do think that for tonight, I do have to sign off.
Yeah, I can look at these dark. And of course, most of them are like ghost Pokemon.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
To go.
Oh.
Man, there's some fucked up entries in the Pokédex.
I'm actually, like, I really do think we should make this a weekly thing on Sunday Update where we find the most horrifying Pokedex entry we can.
Bring your favorite Pokédex entry.
Yeah. Who needs
I wonder
to
how dark
sleep
they are
before
in
Monday?
I wonder how dark they are in Pokemon Go. Probably not as dark.
The Drifloon one was not super cheery. But, yeah,
find out.
look through some of them.
Yeah, Yamask's entire thing is all creepy, so we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, the Yamask one.
Yeah, that's grim.
It's like, does that even count as a Pokemon?
No.
I don't know.
You're. It's like you're technically
Yeah.
capturing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate the. I will read this one next week if we don't get to it earlier. But the one for Genesect, if you guys read it, is pretty damn funny.
In Go.
In Go.
Okay, I'll have to look it up.
But for today, I think we are good.
Yeah.
Very early on, still in the Gen 4 game.
Don't know anything about Galactic.
Well,
We
I know they have blue hair.
know a little bit.
And that they steal Pokemon.
For energy. Evolution energy.
Oh, yeah. I should have paid more attention to the dialogue. But,
What game are we playing?
I don't know. And, yeah. So this time, presumably, we'll be getting some gym badges. I'm going to go and catch probably some ground types. And Cam's after those last two fighting types.
I probably won't have Riolu for a very long time.
He won't have Riolu for a very long time.
But I'll probably
We'll
have
see
Pro soon.
We'll see what fish types Sirmina can catch.
Fish.
Fish types.
I'm just gonna say fuck it and get only fish. You know, I'll get a Luminion. I will get a Magikarp. I'll get a Love Disc. Fish.
Remoraid.
Remoraid, Whiscash, fish. That's
Just be
it.
careful, because they're all weak to the Pelican type.
True.
Yeah. What's great about that is they're literally not. So, anyway, the only one is Whiscash. Anyway, that was Sunday Update this week, and we'll have a stream schedule for you up soon, but expect some more morning streams from me, evening streams from these guys. Probably another light week for me, because I'm still moving. But there's some stuff gone. There was a green box over there that's now not there anymore, because I took that over today. We'll post a schedule for you guys on Twitter. We'll also toss it in our Discord. If you're not there yet, do join that. If you're having trouble with the link, just bug me about it on one of my streams, and I'll get you a new one. But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a fun week. Make some progress.
Yes, let's progress.
Go team.
Yay.
Fyrestorm. Woo. Okay, I'm transitioning. Boom. And